Back in 2021, I fell into depression, and for months I tried to find an exit, and even though there were a lot, I couldn't find them, as if I was on the highway to hell. I was giving up until I went on YouTube and I saw a video on my page about how to cure your mental health. I instantly clicked thinking this was an exit to the road of death, and indeed it was. It gave me hope, and after 2 weeks I was the happiest person in my social circle. Since then, I've collected a lot of valuable information you could benefit from. If you want to put your trust in me, I will show you the 3 things that helped me cure my depression the most. Make this video full screen and give it your full attention. So the first thing that has helped me the most by far is the concept of having a small win in the morning. So what I mean by a win is basically doing a habit or a task that requires discipline and that you don't want to do. When you're gonna be doing that task that you don't really want to, it's gonna feel bad, and then when it's gonna be done, you're gonna feel way better and it's gonna set your mood for the day. That is why this habit is so powerful. And there's a reason why I say a small win. What I suggest to every person who's new in the mental health habits is, with a small win in the morning, you want it to take as little as 2 to 5 minutes. The perfect habit for that is making your bed. There's a reason why it's pretty much the most universal habit in the world. There's a reason why the military is so strict about it, because it's not fun to do, but it doesn't take a long time, and when you're done, you see the actual result of having a nice, well-made bed. So the science behind this habit of having a small win in the morning goes like this. There's a hormone in your body called dopamine. Maybe you know about it, maybe you don't. So the main role of dopamine is controlling your motivation and your feeling of reward. So basically, the more dopamine you have in your system, the more motivated and the more rewarded you feel. And the less dopamine you have, the less motivated you are for pretty much everything, and the less of this feeling of a reward you have. And there's a way to control your levels of dopamine, and it's extremely simple. The 2 main dopamine changers are instant gratification activities and delayed gratification activities. Instant gratification activities are the things you do right now that feel good, like eating a pizza. But when the taste of the pizza is no longer there, well, the fun is over. And the delayed gratification activity is something that requires discipline to do and you are unmotivated for it. Like, let's say cleaning your room. It requires discipline to clean your room, and you're not motivated, so it's a delayed gratification activity. Whilst you're doing it, it doesn't feel fun, but when it's over, you see the good work you have done, you're proud of yourself, and you see your room that's clean, so your environment is nicer. So basically, instant gratification activities prioritize pleasure in the present, and delayed gratification activities prioritize pleasure in the future. So by choosing to have pleasure right now, your dopamine goes up, but when the pleasure is done, it goes back to its original place and it goes lower than before. And it's the same thing for when you want to delay the pleasure and do the hard stuff now, which lowers your dopamine while you're grunting and sweating and stuff like that, and it goes back up when it's over and you see the amount of work you've done and you're proud of yourself. So not only does it go back up to its original state, it goes higher. So by delaying pleasure instead of having it right now, you're improving your mood, and the more you do that, the more happy you're gonna be in your everyday life. Remember when I said that dopamine gives us a feeling of reward? Well, when you delay the gratification, you do the hard stuff first before the comfort, the pleasure. After the hard stuff is done, your dopamine goes up and you feel a feeling of reward. So you can use comfort to get an actual real feeling of reward, and it's not gonna do like what I said before where it goes up and goes down and lower. It's not gonna do that because now it's an actual reward that you deserve, you know? It's actually different. So you can still be in comfort however you want, and it's gonna feel more comfortable and good for your mental health. The golden rule is that you have to do a small win first. So that is why a small win in the morning is so powerful, and my favorite way to do it is to make my bed and to organize my room. It takes me max 5 minutes, and after it sets the mood for the day. I'm just more happy in my day as usual. But my actual favorite way to do it, which 2 times the results of the small win, is to do a mental health morning routine. So in this point, I'm gonna explain you my morning routine and how to do it. So the best mental health routine has the 3 best mental health habits: meditation, gratitude journaling, and deep breathing. So for meditation, you've heard about it already 100%. Maybe you tried it, maybe you didn't, but I can tell you something. I've been meditating for the past 3 years now, and I've meditated maybe over 100 hours. And I'm telling you, for the first year, I found it boring. I found it really boring because I always saw people on the internet meditating like while sitting up straight, you know, with the hands like this and stuff like that, but especially sitting up straight. And after like 5 minutes, my lower back started to hurt and stuff like that, and it wasn't like comfortable. What made me go from not appreciating meditation to actually craving it? It's not a joke, by the way. I crave meditation because the way I do it is far more enjoyable. I've gotten multiple people in my social circle to do meditation, and every time they do it with me. I've never heard of meditating like that, and it's so much more enjoyable. The way I do it is very simple. Instead of just sitting up straight, I lay down. I lay down on my bed or even on the ground. On the ground, after a few minutes, you feel your body like entering the earth, which is very cool, but on your bed works perfectly fine too. I actually do it on my bed most of the time. I have my head on the pillow and my arms are next to my body, not on it. And then I grab my phone, I go on Medito, the meditation app I use, which I really recommend you to do it if you want to try meditation. Your ultimate goal should be to do a minute per day. If you've done your minute per day, that's perfect. So I press start and there's a guy that just tells me what to do. He tells me exactly the little steps I need to know, which aren't complicated, by the way. Just lay down, find a comfortable position, as he says, and start focusing on your breath. The first one is focusing on your breath. The second one is losing attention. I know it's the biggest misunderstanding about meditation. Most people, when they meditate for the first time, they lose focus and they think it's wrong, but it is not wrong and is absolutely part of the process. No human cannot lose their focus and just stick to the breath for like 10 minutes. It's impossible. The third step is when you realize that you've lost focus, and the fourth step is to come back to the breath. So it's a cycle, and basically that's like a bicep curl for your bicep at the gym, but for your brain. So yeah, I'm telling you, if you do like me and you lay down, meditation's gonna be way more fun. Then there's gratitude journaling, also a very simple habit yet very powerful. The main benefit it's gonna give you is that your brain is going to think positively about pretty much everything in your life. It's gonna be trained to think positive. So how you do it is you grab a journal. If you don't have a journal, grab a piece of paper or even your device, but it's not the best. If you can physically write, then you're gonna write 3 sentences about something you're grateful towards. The first one is going to be about something, the second one is going to be about someone, and the third one is going to be something that you deem as negative in your life. This is the hard one. You gotta find the positive in the negative. As simple as that. And the third one is called deep breathing, but it's not the regular big breath you think about. Studies have found a method of deep breathing that actually has better benefits than meditation, which in my opinion is incredible. I've been meditating for years and I can tell you it has changed my life. So for it to be better than meditation is incredible. It goes like this. You take a big breath until you're like full of air, and this is the new part. You do like this. You sneak a little bit more air when you're full, and then you exhale very slowly for a good 20 seconds. This is by far the best stress reliever ever. This habit has honestly done so much in my personal life. So now comes the icing on the cake. You're gonna combine your small win with the mental health habit. So your small win in the morning is gonna be to do the mental health habits, and it shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes. 2 minutes for meditation, 2 minutes for gratitude journaling, and like 30 seconds to a minute if you want to do multiple big breaths. But actually I forgot to say that one big deep breath has actually shown to be incredible for your mental health and your stress. So even one is very powerful. So if you do multiple, well, it's even more, right? You're never gonna see a bigger life changer in your mental health if you combine the 2 points we just talked about. And the third one is not something that's gonna fit everyone, but it's gonna fit perfectly the people who play video games and like to grind for status and stuff like that in the video game. The habit is weightlifting. Personally, this is what saved my depression back in July 2022. I just went on YouTube, I saw this guy named Chris Heria. The video I talked about in the intro was a 15-minute ab workout, and I just followed it from A to Z. Straight after watching it, I went in my backyard, did a workout, and I found out how fun it was. I found out an activity that was actually enjoyable for the first time in 7 months. The reason why it's very good for people like me who play video games and like to grind on them is because you become your video game character. For me, the XP to grind for was the number on the scale. So when it was going down, my levels were going up, and when I was going to the gym, I would improve my strength stat. Pretty much every young man who's been going to the gym consistently has been a video game addict before. So that should tell you that these people who made amazing progress and have the physique of their lives are directly related to you. That should feel like exciting. And the last thing I wanted to talk about with you is that I genuinely feel happy for you. I feel happy for you that you watched this video and you may have found some value, but I also feel happy for you that you have mental health issues. That sounds weird, right? This fucking dickhead is happy that I'm sad. Yes, because when I got out of it and I cured my depression, everything was just way more enjoyable than everyone else. If you eat pizzas every day, I don't think you're gonna get bored because it's too much good of a food. They're still gonna be good. But if you didn't have one for 7 months, it's gonna be fucking insane, right? So that is why I'm happy for you, because you haven't felt some sort of happiness in a long time, unlike the other people. So when you're gonna do, everything's gonna just feel way nicer than everyone else. You're gonna be more grateful for everything. That is why I'm happy for you. I'm not happy for you that you're sad. I'm happy for you that you're gonna be happier than everyone else when you're gonna get out of it. If you want this reality to come true, I've got something really good for you. It's my online program in which you will have access to hours of mental health content, and you will have access personally to me. You could ask questions to me and I'm gonna answer them. There is a 93% discount right now, but it's not gonna last long, so you gotta check it out in the first link in the description. If you found this video valuable, let me know in the comments. I really like to see people appreciate my work. I'll see you next time.